balance, if we were, I don't have the original terms that we agreed to, but my recollection was 15 down, which we were effectively going to use to pay this off, and then $100,000 seller finance. But could we do like 10 down? You continue to pay on the current mortgage, and then we have a seller finance loan of like 90,000.
So our plan for this property is so we have a pool of families. So sometimes when we buy these properties, we rent them out traditionally. We have a bunch of different ways to make the properties make money and make it make sense, make the type of deal make sense. For this particular deal, being that the mortgage payment is how much again?
I can get you that exact number in minutes here. Let's see. It is $586.75.
$586. And what do you think we could rent it for in today's
I would think it would rent somewhere. I mean, we've rented it for $950 for the last 3+ years.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when we talked on Saturday, she was doing some analysis that said maybe you could get closer to 1,100, which I think that's probably where we would be if we listed it to rent again. We'd be starting in that neighborhood, and if we went a month without any interest, we'd probably drop it.
Okay, so let's say we rented it out for 1,100, right? And we take 30% to vacancies, repairs, management. That leaves us at 770. Paying that you said 560 or 580? 569, I think you said. Us paying that monthly payment we'd be left with very little money to actually be able to pay you as well, right? Cash flow and pay you. So what we want to do in this situation is there's times where we find families, and we have like a pool of families who are once homeowners and they want to get back to the path of homeownership. So it's something that we actually do to help the community get back on the path. And we have families who it's just tough for them to get approved for mortgages now, and these mortgage rates today, they just make no sense for them and they can't cash flow. So we provide financing to families a lot of the times. So what we would need to do on this one is bring a family into the picture, and like I said, we have a pool of them that are looking for this specific type of property. We'll bring them to the table, and we just have to make sure that they can afford the monthly payment and they can come in with a down payment that makes sense, that can pay you, and then give us our little bit of sushi money that we're going to make on this deal at the end of the day. So the 10,000 is going to be a little much. I was thinking more like 5,000 down, and then we structure the note. It was like the 100K on the note, or 95,000 on the note, and we'll structure it to where we can pay you monthly for however long you want, and then we can get you a balloon. Or if you don't want a balloon, we could just have these payments coming passively for forever. And then looking at the pictures and stuff like that, we're going to need to put some money into the exterior before we get a family in there. And that we were looking to use that to put it directly into the property.
All right, so to summarize, make sure I get everything on paper here that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's run through it one more time. What's the offer now? 5,000 down.
5,000 down, $115,000 purchase, 5,000 down. We leave this mortgage in place, so we'll pay the mortgage off with our payments. Like we'll just finish out the AM schedule, and we'll just continue to make the payments unless we refinance or sell it, right? So we'll pay it off then. You don't have to worry about paying it off. We'll make the payments on your behalf every single month, and then what we still have to come up with, and I'm not expecting us to come up with this right now. This may take another phone call, but what we have to come up with is the monthly payments that we'll be paying you every single month, and how long do you want it to go on? I think before the original was 30-year M, 15-year balloon.
The current balance on that loan as of today is $16,751.42.
Okay.
So if we start at 115, we get 5,000 down, 16,751.42. Now that's going to change a little bit by the time we finalize this deal. That would leave like 93,248.58 to be seller financed.
Right.
And if we had agreed the other day on a 6% rate, which is pretty good, and we did 30 years, that is $559.07 a month, preferably with a balloon no longer than 15 years.
Okay, so is the monthly payment is that 550? Is that number significant to you, or could we figure out how to work these numbers to where it just makes more sense?
Could we do it so that you're paying my bank for the first however many years, and then you start paying us when that's paid off? Is that what you're getting at?
That sounds like a good idea. I like this. That sounds pretty good. So when is the payment supposed to be paid? When is the bank supposed to be paid off? Do you know when that schedule's up?
I'm gonna have to log into this website. That'll take me a minute to get to. Might have a monthly statement right here. Oh shit, I didn't print it. There's one email I sent to David. That was. It's in my folder, that's why. I mean, I'm talking off the top of my head here. Before, I'd have to discuss this with my wife just to make sure. I mean, basically, we're getting $5,000 right now and nothing out of the property for what could be several years. And where did you go? Dang it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not expecting. I wasn't expecting a final yes or no right now. We still have to run the numbers and take a look at the mortgage statement and everything, and run our numbers as well to see,
all right, I have it here. The interest rate is 3.875. The maturity date is February 1st, 2026.
That's not that far away. 3 years.
Right. I mean, yeah, a little less than 3 years, right? So 2.5. And that keeps your monthly payment in the 550 to 600 range, depending on whether you're paying them or you're paying us. So if, all right, so if the last payment on that mortgage is 2/1 and we make your first payment 3/1/26, wait a second. Starting then, because interest is accruing basically on this for the next 2.5 years, that makes your payment 646 on a 30-year amortization.
What did you make the balance? Did you put the balance as for your second position? Well, your note.
It's 93,248.58.
That was before or after? Before or after the
93,248.58 plus what I currently owe to the bank of the 16 and change comes to 110 plus 5,000 down gets us to the 115 purchase price. But if we don't start payments on the 93,248 until March of 2026, and interest to accrue from now until then that's going to make your monthly payment of 646. Hold on, my wife wants to yell at me about something. So,
man, are you a loan officer or something? Pretty well versed in.
Her suggestion is you at least pay the interest to us, which if we make those monthly payments interest only payments. I have to figure out how to do that.
That would, so you know the beginning of
yeah, the beginning is mostly interest.
It's mostly interest, yeah. So that's gonna be.
So that's gonna mean you're gonna be paying out $580 to the bank and another $5 something to us every month. That's gonna be all of your cash flow. Right. So that's probably not gonna fly from your perspective.
So is the payments, is that like a security thing? Really? Like if we were to like pay something to you, it's just like a it's not really you need the money, right? It's more because like you just want to make sure that we're paying. Is that what it is?
I guess that's her. I mean, as long as I can see that you're paying the bank, I'm not super concerned that you're just gone and
right. And you would get receipt of that because we use a servicing company, and they send you a receipt every month when the mortgage gets paid.
So, currently this house needs some stuff done to it. We were anticipating dumping a little bit of money in it and getting on the market and listing it in the 130, probably high 130s to start, but and we were really thinking we could use the cash from a sale because we're buying another much more expensive property in Florida right now, and we could use that cash for some things we're doing there. But in lieu of having to do the stuff that needs done there and market it and find a buyer. And I think we're willing to do the seller financing thing. Yeah.
The cool thing about, and it sounds like you guys done you sound pretty creative, right? The cool thing about these deals is we can work these numbers however we need to for it to work for you and to work for us, right? So if if monthly payment is really important to you guys, we can structure a way to where we can pay you monthly. So like, what if we did like a small monthly payment, um, for the first 3 years, that they're gonna allow us to cash flow a little bit, and then when the 3 years comes, we can just get the regular payment that we agreed to today. Like we can structure it literally however we want. We can write it down, and the attorney will put it in a promissory note, and that's what we follow. So like we can, whatever we agree to, we can make it happen. Um, I would need to see what exactly we can make. Well, it says 1100. Um, you know, like there's a house in Newport News, Virginia, that I bought where the seller, it was actually a very very similar situation where she just wanted something coming in monthly, right? So we structured it to where the rest of her equity, she would get paid quarterly payments of $200 every quarter, right? And then after, we had a really short balloon on it, right? So we just did quarterly payments up until the balloon. So it's like however we want to structure it, we can figure it out.
Um, Tracy, do you have any super strong thoughts about? I mean, I would say in our financial situation, a couple $100 a quarter doesn't change anything, or $50 a month or $100 a month. That's, I mean, we would accept it, but it's to me, that's not make or break on the deal. It's more, let's decide, I guess, what is the proper timing on the balloon, and so
When would you want the money? When would you want us to balloon you out?
well, I mean, ideally, we want to get paid as soon as possible, but I think we would be willing to go as long as 15 years, which is right about our estimated retirement age. Um,
So in 15 years, um, you would have made how? Did you already do the math on that? Like how much you would have made in interest? Yeah, it's close to
yeah,
75,000 in interest payments alone, and then we'd still have a balance of 65K.
right, 15 years out. Yeah, it would, I mean, I'm showing, I guess, 2038 balance still be over 80,000. But that is, accruing interest between September 2023 to March 2026 before you make your first payment.
Right, right. I didn't calculate that, so that sounds about right.
Um, so, right, you would have paid us basically what?
Way more than 115.
Right, right. I mean, but you know, there's time value of money and all that goes into it. So, yeah, you paid us upwards of approaching 200 grand over that time. So, and we, you know, we're amenable to, there's not going to be any prepayment penalties or anything. You want to pay it off early and you can refinance it for a better deal and rates come down or something. We're okay with that. You know, we would like to get the cash as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But we really don't want to go any longer than 15 years. We'll be too old then to enjoy the money.
I understand. What are you retiring from?
I'm a CPA.
I knew it. I knew it. I love it. What do you focus in real estate?
Not really. I mean, I'm mostly a small tax sole practitioner, do payroll and bookkeeping and tax work, but I've had investment rental properties here locally for 20 years, and we had a fire last year and one burnt down, and we kind of were like, we need to get out of this business.
Oh man, yeah, it's not fun.
So then we started looking for communities in Florida where we might want to retire to, and we found a beautiful place that we like, that we think we can buy and cover our costs to rent it out. We rent it out 10 to 11 months of the year, and we stay in it 1 to 2 months of the year, and effectively pays for itself. And that may be the last piece of real estate we ever buy. We'll see.
That's beautiful. You're doing it right for sure. What part of Florida?
It's Venice.
Venice.
So between Tampa and Fort Myers on the Gulf side.
You already found the property?
Yeah, we're supposed to close next month.
Nice. Well, if you need any
This month, it is August already. Yeah, we got to close by the end of August.
Nice. Well, if you need any like contractors or anything, like handymen for any reason, I have a really good friend who does a lot of flips in Venice. Then he could help you out with anything you guys need regarding the house, for sure.
Well, yeah, that may be information we need. I mean, it's a brand new construction, so.
Oh wow, nice.
There's not a lot that it currently needs. We got to do some painting and accent walls and hang some light fixtures and things like that. But we're going to be having a pool put in, and I'm assuming he doesn't do pools.
No, but I'm sure you know somebody who does.
Right. We've got a couple of quotes on pools, and they're all over the place. I mean, some are twice as much as others. So, and there must be a lot of wiggle room there.
We're supposed to give him just number and just property information.
Yeah, if you're still looking in this Franklin area, Tracy's brother has multiple units that he's looking to get rid of. But he's like, I want to get rid of all of them. Doesn't want to sell them piecemeal. He wants to sell them all.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're definitely.
He's got 4 or 5 properties, and I think one of them's a 4-plex. And
You got all the addresses.
so.
Yeah, for sure. We'd definitely be
He has
interested.
his number.
Yeah, we would definitely appreciate that, especially if he wants to sell creatively. I don't know if he does, but yeah, no, but we can definitely give him a call. So we're at 5,000 down. We'll pay the mortgage every single month for the next 2.5, 3 years, whatever. That whole time you're accruing interest. and then once the maturity date happens on the first mortgage, you will now move into first position, and we will continue to pay you your monthly payment, your monthly payment that we agreed to over amortized over 30 years. I think it's pretty similar, right, to the first around
It would
559.
be a little. It would be a little bit higher. I mean, because the interest rate's
Right,
higher.
a little higher, but it won't be too much higher.
No, it looks like it's only going to be about $60 a month more.
Right, and then of course we'll have to pay taxes and insurance, but nonetheless, we'll start that payment to you for the next 15 years. At the 15-year mark, we'll balloon you out with that around like $80,000 that we'll owe you. And if we do sell it before, which we most likely would sell it around like 7 years, either sell it or refinance around 7 years. So just a heads up, you probably would get your money before then, but we always like to make the balloon out just as far as possible, just because we don't like making promises that we can't keep. And if we say let's do a 7 year balloon, and 7 years from now, and this most likely won't happen, but 7 years from now the property isn't worth what we owe you, right? Like we're in a sticky situation now, because then we can't really refinance and get the money out to pay you. We'd have to come out of pocket. So we like to just give ourselves room, but on average, we would most likely sell the property or refinance before that 15 years is up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm okay with doing all that. I mean, how long are we talking, or what do we need to close?
Same process. We'll just send an addendum. We'll send what's called a subject to addendum, which you're gonna go over, and the wording is sometimes a little weird, but it's a little scary sometimes. But I mean, I'm sure you've seen something similar. Is just pretty much saying that we're not going to be paying off the mortgage at close of escrow, and instead the mortgage will be paid on your behalf, just like what we explained. And we'll send that over to you. We can get that over to you as soon as today. In the next couple hours, we can send that over to you. We'll submit it to title, and it's the same process as before. They'll reach out and get a payoff from the bank, and then they'll just start the process of us taking the mortgage over. We'll connect the servicing company to you and everything like that. So it doesn't extend the closing at all, to answer the question.
All right. So you think we would be closed by the end of the month?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I misspoke. My apologies on that. I misspoke. Because on this case, we're like just taking a look, because we're going to find somebody to move into the property, like right away, and it's going to come in and buy it. We want to see if we can line that up at the time of closing. So that was the other thing I wanted to see, if we could push the closing, another maybe 30 days, just to give us a longer time to get those families in the house and get them to see it. We're going to want to close as soon as possible. But we wanted to extend it maybe like a 60-day close rather than 30 days. And we'll close as soon as we possibly can, as soon as we bring that family in that wants it. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, so we were in Florida last week, and that's when basically our tenants moved out, like around July 20th or shortly thereafter, and then we were down to Florida and just got back. And you saw the pictures. You didn't actually go to the place yourself, but there's some things that need addressed at the property, and we really can't wait for a long period of time before they're addressed. There's a windows broken. This is a historical building, that any of the outside changes or issues have to be met by the historical code officer society or whatever in the city of Franklin. And there's an issue with the front porch. The steps had deteriorated and need corrected. So we have a letter from the city saying, fix your porch
Mm.
and fix your window. So if we're gonna get this, I mean, we could either potentially get an extension, letting them know we're in the process of sale.
Mm-hmm.
The new owners are gonna take care of these issues, or we'd have to,
How long do you think they'll extend it for?
I don't know, we haven't talked to them yet, like we literally just got this letter in the mail.
Okay.
Since we talked to you on whatever day we talked, Saturday, we got this in the mail on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week.
Can we try to reach out to them first and see if they will accept the extension? And just like understand that you are selling it, and you know they don't try to like find you or anything like that for it.
Right.
Maybe we
can try to do that. It's 3:30 on Friday afternoon. We might be able to get a hold of someone today. My wife was down there yesterday to meet with the guy who came and took pictures for you, and she tried to call this guy, and he wasn't in yesterday when she tried to get a hold of him.
You guys live far away?
So, what's that? We live, it's almost an hour drive, 45-minute drive.
So we're gonna have to get in and out, and I don't want you guys to have to drive the whole, like keep having to meet us there. Could we just put a lockbox on the door? And that way, if the window's broken too, we can maybe see the next walkthrough if we can get somebody to put a board up or something like that, so you guys don't have to keep driving and worrying about it until we close.
It is boarded up right now.
Okay.
My in-laws, her parents only live a mile or two away, and they have a key. They can effectively meet anybody there.
Okay.
So it's really, if the city would be willing to give us an extension, knowing that we're under contract and we're going to close within the next however many days, and you guys have committed to take care of those issues, then they may grant an extension. We're just going to have to call and ask. That's all we can do, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We can see what they say, and then we can take it from there.
Okay. Let's see if we can get an answer on that today. I mean, if we don't get anything if we don't get a hold of them today, it's going to obviously we won't know until next week.
Yeah. Okay.
That clearly could change, the structure of this if we got to dump $5,000 or something into it.
Yeah, hopefully they understand, and they just allow us to they just wait until we close, and we want to close as soon as we possibly can as well. So we want to put a 60-day close, but we would shoot to close way before. Ideally, we would want to close in August, but again, we don't want to make any promises that we just can't keep, and we know 60 days we'll be able to perform.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get in touch with them right now, and if we hear something today, I'll get back to you and let you know. Otherwise, if you want to send us over a new addendum, we can deal with that. But if we put it contingent upon this issue, that could change the terms depending on how we have to, satisfy the city.
We'll put that in the addendum. We'll make it all contingent on that.
Just have the correct name. They have like Wally Riley or something. It's not Tracy Martin. The original sale.
Tracy's saying the original sales agreement that you emailed and we docu-signed over the weekend didn't have the right names or something on it. What email that go to?
Could you guys text the right name and everything that we need to change on there, so we don't get it wrong?
I think it's still titled in her old married name. Tracy Martin is what it's titled in. Her current name is Tracy Corbett. But I don't think either one of those names were what was on.
It was like Wally.
So, yeah, I mean, we could text you the name that it's in.
Okay, perfect. And we'll get all that situated. Everything straightened out. Do you have any other questions about anything?
I don't think I do. Tracy, you good with all this? Okay.
I can just.
If you wanted to take down Tracy's brother's name and number, who's interested in unloading his stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Could you text that to Toddy as well?
Yeah. All right, we'll do that.
Perfect. Sounds good, Eric. Well, it was nice speaking with you and Tracy. Looking forward to.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you both. Looking forward to getting this done.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, thank you guys. I've been here the whole time. I was just staying quiet, but thank you all. Thanks, Abby.
All right.
All right, thank you
We'll
all.
talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. What's up, y'all? It was a little renegotiation call. Sub 2. So originally, we're under contract for seller finance. My partner locked it up. Seller finance, $15K down. And then it was like $500 a month or something like that for the next 15 years. It would be a balloon of 15 years at 6% interest, which is really high. So, hold on, that's my partner right now calling me. Hey, you're live on stream right now.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'll just talk to you later then.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say it's cool that the brother has multi units and
Facts.
it just was a good call overall. Like it made a lot more sense. I think there was some like tricky points, but we can talk about that later. It's not super important right now.
The stream wants to hear what you got to say.
Well, I guess I was gonna say it was some tricky points when she was kind of talking in the background and saying that like they did want some money right now, but
Yeah.
like it sounded like he really didn't. So kind of trying to work through that. But
Yeah, I probably could have brought her on the line. But he's really he's the guy making all the decisions. You know what I mean? Like even like she just passed him the phone and just got out the way. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and that's pretty much what happened last time too.
Yeah.
But she's the one that like her parents live in town, I guess. So like when the walkthrough happened and the guy he postponed it because she was supposed to be at 10 a.m. and then he changed it to 5 p.m. So she had to like hang out in town all day long, but they live an hour away. So I was talking to her throughout the day yesterday, and she's like, because it was her house with her ex-husband, she's the one who's kind of responsible for it, but he is the leader of their family, so he's the one like making the decisions. So they have a unique dynamic with that house, but I think making like, so in the end, because at first you were like, we're gonna wrap it, but then you're like, we're gonna wholesale it. I think at the end you went back to the wrapping thing, but
what do you mean when I said we're gonna wrap it, we're gonna wholesale it?
Well, because you said that the numbers would work for wholesale, but then you were telling them that we want to get the homeowner in before we close.
Yeah, I still wanted the 60 days just in case. Just in case we do decide to just wrap it.
Yeah.
But I think this will be a wholesale deal, right? Like it's $5K down.
I think it's good to wholesale it too because we have to pay the closers Olympics, like
for real?
Whatever percentages they
makes sense
request. So I think it would be cleaner if we wrap it. I don't know if they're gonna want to cash flow forever.
Yeah.
With us. But either way, I'm sure they would be,
The only issue about a wrap is we would need a consistent person there that can facilitate the walkthroughs every single week, and we need to get as much people. So I think since we do have 60 days, we should try both. we should try to wrap, and then at the same time we look for cash buyers, well, buyers who would buy this creatively and just assign it to.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a good game plan. I think wholesale should 5K down. I think wholesaling it would be a much simpler option, but it would, again, like they said, we would have to wholesale if someone's going to go do the work right away because they do have like the city violations.
Right. That's anybody that we sell it to. Even
Yeah,
a
they're gonna
homeowner
have to
too,
do
they'll
that
have to
right
do
away.
that right away. Yeah. But yeah, 5K, and then I honestly didn't think he was gonna say no payments for until we paid it off. That was a nice little surprise. I was
They
just
don't need the money.
They don't.
really need the money right now. That's why I think she just wanted more of security, but he reiterated that we're paying the mortgage and that
Right.
should be the security.
Exactly.
So I think she was okay. I think their whole thing is they're buying that other property and she just wanted something to put towards that. But whatever money we're giving them down, they're paying down the mortgage anyway.
exactly.
So,
They weren't gonna put no money towards it anyways. So
yeah, and
now
I think
this
they're just trying to fix their debt to income ratio for their new mortgage they're getting on that other house.
they already got the mortgage though. They already got the house.
I don't know why then they're not keeping the cash. Like they could have kept the cash in their hands.
No, not if you were gonna do a straight seller finance, because we didn't talk to him about doing sub two before.
I said, come over here.
I mean, they could have. I did talk to them. That's the first thing we talked about was me giving the cash to them.
But
and
yeah,
then taking over.
he had the objection though when he said his loan's not assumable. So you see how I overcame that?
Yeah, that we're not trying to assume it.
Yeah, but I just told him we're not assuming it. We're just leaving it in place. And
You're
then
like the bank doesn't care. Like as long as the payments are being made.
exactly. And
So
then
that kind of overcame his objection about the bank in general.
yeah, and then I just told a third party story about somebody else we did it with. So he was like, "Oh shoot, you are doing this. It's real."
Yeah, so that was good information too.
Word.
And it's good that this is recorded.
Facts. Facts. I'll send you the link. I started a little late, but you get the gist. I think all of that is on there.
No, yeah, I mean the middle part was really the important part.
Yeah. He's really flexible. He came up with those terms really on his own. All I did was ask him. I'm like, is that monthly payment? Is that $500 like significant, or do you have a plan for that, or is that necessary? And he's like,
Yeah, the exterior work is a lot on that house, and I think they know that. And I don't think that they want to facilitate a remote rehab. That's
Right.
gonna be a lot of work. I think that was their biggest pain point is like not wanting to fix that. And then you did get a little bit deeper into that investment property in Florida. Like that was good. That's what I would have wanted to get into more. Last time we talked, but like you see, this was a 46
long call.
conversation.
Yeah.
It was a 46-minute call, and we still don't have the finalized everything. So it's like I get like some things just take time. So
Yeah.
I'm not like I don't feel bad about that call.
You shouldn't.
I don't know. In my opinion, it's like yeah, even though I spent a lot of time on condition, I also feel like it's important that they know you care about the condition at least, because otherwise it's like, are you even a real investor? Like if you don't even care in what condition it is, you're just gonna buy it. Like that's what I always felt whenever I had a deal that I put out, like listed or Zillow Fisbo, or if I listed it for myself. Like when people would call me and they would just be focused on, I would feel like they were a wholesaler.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because I am a wholesaler and I know,
I think it's because you. I think it's because you know. Yeah. Because like even on even like with as an investor, right? Like even if you ask all these questions about the condition, you still gotta go see it because they can just straight lie to you. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So it's like you shouldn't spend all that time on it. Which it makes sense, right? You don't have to spend all that time. But I think you definitely should still hit it. I use condition as like more of a negotiating tactic just to get their price down, or you know, start negotiating their price or their terms based on the condition.
Yeah, but I do think overall it went well. Like now, I think it's a deal now. You know,
For sure.
with it being 5K, and then I think it'll go well. Like ultimately, at the end of all this, I think we'll be able to wholesale it. But yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You want to you're gonna send the addendum? I can email you the sub 2 addendum. It's a separate. It's just a separate.
Don't we need like a new agreement and everything too?
Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, most likely.
We would need a new agreement.
Yeah, we need a whole
and
sub 2.
They also say that they want to make sure that
Well, what did you use before? Because it's the same. It's the same terms. We just need to add an addendum, a regular addendum, saying that.
It's not the same terms. It's less down now.
I mean, we could do a whole. I would want to stay away from sending them the whole 13-page sub 2 contract. 18-page
I
sub
agree.
2.
Here's what I'll send you. What I sent them.
Yeah, send me what you.
It's a basic 1-page agreement. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just send. Okay, we can use the.
Yeah, everything's lined up too.
How did you get back in the house, bro? Okay, cool. Let me jump back on the stream.
Add a bit tricks later.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, sounds good. No problem.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, cool. So, if you guys jumped in on that, that was a call, it was a renegotiation call. We had the seller at $15K down, $115K purchase price. We were going to originally pay off their mortgage, their small mortgage, and then continue to make the payments directly to them. So at 6% interest, like $600 a month, it was going to go straight to them every single month. And then it just didn't make sense. So what we structured was, instead of them paying off the mortgage to $15K, why don't we just give them $5K down, right? Now they leave that $15K in place. We pay the $15K mortgage on their behalf every single month. For the next 3 years, we will be paying off this property, right? For the next 3 years, the maturity date on this mortgage is in 3 years, right? So in the next 3 years, we've paid the property off. Once we pay the property off, we start making payments to them. We start making payments to them every month for the next 15 years, and we have a balloon after 15 years. So now this is a deal, right? Like, this keeps the monthly payment pretty low, and it keeps the entry fee pretty low. And now what we can do is we can either wrap it, or we can sell it to an investor and just wholesale it for $15K down, 10, $15K down. So yeah, it was a good call. If you guys heard that, you got to hear me overcome some objections for sub 2 deal. This guy, he literally came up with the terms himself, right? I just asked him questions. He's a CPA. I realized that he likes to punch the numbers, so I gave him time to punch the numbers, run the numbers. Like, you could even hear him typing in his calculator. And I let him go. Like, I was extremely quiet, just letting him type his numbers and come up with what exactly he needs. And I was just asking him questions based on, like, what do you actually need, right? And he would tell me. So nice call, good call. What's up, y'all? We are live right now. I'm about to go live on Instagram too. I'm about to start doing these pretty often, just jumping on lives and making calls to sellers and just working throughout the day. So make sure y'all tune in and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. So let's keep it going. We're just gonna keep making calls. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was sick last night. I was sick yesterday. I ain't even work. Like, I was out. I was down and out. I needed to take the day to to sleep because I was not feeling well, man. Had to take the day off, but I'm feeling way better now. And we back. About to lock some deals up because I ain't gonna lie, I was on my deathbed yesterday and I still got a deal locked up. We just renegotiated this one, so if y'all on my Instagram, y'all definitely just missed a fire call. Join the YouTube. We live on YouTube right now. Let's just keep making calls, man. Oh yeah, the beer's definitely coming through, bro. We almost there. We almost there, man. All right, let's get it. What up, D? So if y'all on my Instagram, join the YouTube. We live on YouTube right now, making seller calls, doing the business, right? Like that's I actually let me just like real quick. I pulled away from I was doing a couple podcasts on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We were doing Wholesale Hard Knocks, Think Big podcast. I had to pull away from those two because I'm like, man, like I was just feeling like I was doing a lot more teaching than actually doing the damn business, right? So I'm like, man, all my content, I didn't get into the content to start to just being a teacher or a guru or just a straight educator. I got into it to educate as I take action, right? So that's what we're gonna do, right? I had to pull away from the podcast and just like find my focus, and that's just talking to sellers, making this money and building my team, right? So getting back to building the team. I know you guys, some people were watching when I was doing scale out, right? Where I was just like streaming every single day until I just put myself out of my wholesale business, right? And like looking back at that, my wholesale business was completely different than where it is now, right? Like we had way more success. It was way more fun, right? And we were just doing way different things than that we're doing now, right? And right now I'm in a completely different level, right? I'm in a completely different position, and it's because I was spending a lot of that time before then just doing the work and broadcasting and like actually working, right? Like actually doing the business and showing myself do the business. So that's what we're getting back to doing, man. So yeah. Let's start making some more calls. Had a lot of leads coming in yesterday that I just couldn't call. Let's see. What's this one? If y'all are on my Instagram, I'm not gonna be on here for long. Jump on the YouTube. The Landman. Bro, have you ever done a subtube?
Hello.
Hey Graham, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Daryl. You had spoke with somebody on my team about selling this property on Greenwood in Atlanta.
Oh, maybe a while back.
I have a couple addresses. Greenwood, I have one here on Morton.
Yeah, Morton. I think Morton Drive is probably the one I'm more interested in talking about.
Okay, sounds like you got a lot of properties that you wanted to that you're getting off your hands.
Oh well, I don't know about a lot. I mean, I got a house on Morton and I got a lot on Morton.
Got a house and a lot on Morton.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry about that. So we actually just closed on a couple flips in the area, and we're looking to buy some more.
What area?
Just throughout Atlanta, so not just the specific area. We're doing deals in Snellville. We're doing deals in the supporting areas of Atlanta.
Right.
And we're looking to put the money back into buying some more properties and doing it again. So it's my job to figure out what houses we are buying every single month. We're looking to buy a couple more this week. So I just wanted to confirm some of these notes that I have, ask you a couple questions, and see if we're a good fit. I can get you an offer by the end of this call if we are.
Yeah, well, give me your name again.
My name's Daryll.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you located? Where's 602? That's a Raleigh number, isn't it?
Nah, I'm in Phoenix.
You're in Phoenix.
I'm in the desert, man.
You get you burning up, huh?
Yeah, it's hot. 5 in the morning, it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, you can have that. You should be buying stuff in Nova Scotia.
No, really. I'm actually looking to move to Atlanta though, because we are doing business out there. We're doing business in Atlanta and Jacksonville, some in Phoenix here. But yeah, I'm living out here right now. It's hot.
Yeah.
So you had this property listed?
I had Morton Drive listed, and I believe the natural expiration is August 15th, but I did terminate the contract with the realtor as of the end of July.
And what was going on with the realtor?
What's wrong with any realtor? They're assholes.
Nah, yeah, that was.
All they care about is their 6% or their 3%. You know, that's all they care about.
Makes sense.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, we don't typically, we have in-house realtor because we get it, man. Every time I talk to a realtor, it's like, damn, like, do you even want to make money? Like that's really the only thing that pushes them is the fact we have to wave like cheese in front of their face and show them the money before they actually work.
Deal. It's like they say, well, we think your property's worth this amount of money, and they'll lowball you because, and that's kind of like investors. They'll lowball you so they can sell a house quick and get their 3%. You know, I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, I mean, why do you want to sell this anyways?
What?
Why do you want to sell this anyways?
I've got a house in eastern North Carolina it's an antique house that I'm redoing, and I want to put money into that.
So you need some cash from this.
And I don't know why I'm doing it because I get killer rent. I get $1,400 a month rent on this house now.
You don't owe anything on it?
No, I do owe something on it, which is going to preclude any kind of subject to financing that you're probably going to throw at me.
Man, it sounds like you've been talking to a bunch of people.
I have. I know the game, man.
Yeah.
Only the game's in my ballpark, and it's my ball.
I get it. So
So
what?
we're playing my rules.
I get it, right?
So I mean, I know if that sucks, then that sucks. But that's
no, I mean it doesn't suck because I mean, if we can't come up with an agreement, like one way or another, my manager's gonna spend the money, right? So we're buying another house this week, regardless.
Yeah, right. I get it. Yeah, exactly. Works both ways.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, what are your rules? What do you want to do in this? I know you said you need some money to fix this antique house.
Well, I got a mortgage to pay off, which isn't a lot, but then I want some walking around money too. But I just gonna hold paper on this thing for a while.
How much you got to pay off?
Well, a little bit, not much.
Well, like 100,000.
Nah, not even. But that's between me and the bank.
I got you. What do you want to sell it for?
I ain't showing you my cards.
How much do you want to sell it for?
$195.
$195. Is that what it was listed for?
No, it was listed for $170.
So it was listed for $170, and it didn't sell, and now you want to sell it for $195?
Yeah, I made some improvements. Put a new roof on it. Plus, it's got a great tenant in it. Doesn't need. It's got new pumps. It's got new carpet, new stone floor, new roof, new paint. Tenant pays on time. A great tenant, no lease, so it's 60 days if you want to lose it. But the thing about it is, if you're talking about flips. This isn't really a flip. But the other thing is that I marketed this specifically to I wanted a contractor as a tenant. And so that's what I got.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have to do anything. If something happens, he fixes it, just take it up to rent. There's no third party, there's no management company to give him 20%. There's not, So I'm doing real good with that model.
Yeah, the more you talk about this, the more I'm thinking, man, why doesn't Graham just keep this property?
Because the wife don't want to keep it.
The wife don't want to keep it?
Yeah, she wants to put money into this house here. And I'm in North Carolina now. I came here on Sunday, start doing some work.
What happens if you don't sell it?
Yeah.
How you gonna fix the house up?
Well, what if I don't sell it? I keep getting $1,400 a month, and maybe I boost the rent a couple of months.
Yeah, but then that's not going to solve the problem with the house in North Carolina.
Well, I can nickel and dime it because I don't spend any money to do stuff. I weasel my way around stuff.
I got you.
Like I'm doing a period renovation, okay, and we're not talking Home Depot or Lowe's or any bullshit like that. Mm-hmm. I've got all the pedestal sinks for the bathrooms. I got all the clubfoot tubs. I got all the beaded ceiling for the walls, and I got half the subway tile. And paint don't cost
This
much.
dude does not want to sell this property at all.
I make my own windows. I make my own doors.
He's not motivated.
I find a lot of stuff. I found 6 period doors in a dumpster. Well, they hadn't even made it into the dumpster yet when I was in Atlanta. And a door slab cost $500. These are 1-panel, 7-foot doors with porcelain doorknobs. I got 6 of them. For nothing. Yeah, that doesn't mean much to do stuff.
I got you. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like, because I'll tell you straight up, I'm not a buyer at that price.
I didn't know. Well, right, you're an investor. I'm not either.
Yeah, no, I know you. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't buy it.
I've never paid over $40,000 for a house.
Yeah. So the only way it would work for me is on terms. But that doesn't solve your problem either, because you need the money to fix the house. So we're probably not even.
You don't want, your terms are a lot lower than my terms.
Yeah.
You don't want to put any money into it. You want to, you got your numbers, you got your cap, and you got all that kind of shit going on.
You do exactly what we would do. I would find a contractor to move into it, pay me a down payment, and he do the repairs himself.
Yeah, well, that's what you already got it there.
Right.
I already talked to this guy about doing some extra stuff,
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
it really doesn't take much. I mean, maybe an upgraded bathroom, maybe a piece of granite on a countertop. Let's see. He's got the washer and dryer on the porch. I enclose that, and I got all the materials for that. I got the bifold doors. I got the insulation. I got the plastic. I got the plywood. I got everything.
All right, Graham, so you're not going to sell this one to me. Come on, man. Sell me a house. I need to buy a house today, man.
Oh, yeah. Man, you're under duress. You got to lose some money.
No, I'm telling you, the money's burning a hole in my pocket. I need to buy a house. I need to buy a house, man. What can I say?
Go to Maine. Buy Maine. My brother's buying houses in Maine for $40,000.
In Maine?
Yeah.
I don't want to go up there. You don't have nothing else in Atlanta?
Global warming. Global warming is making that place very popular.
What else you have in Atlanta?
Well, I got the big house in Atlanta, but that's a fucking cash cow too. That's a crazy cash cow, man. Are you kidding me?
So you're definitely not going to sell that.
No, that's like almost a $10,000 a month house.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I want that.
I know you do. But you can't have it. You do. You can have it if you pay the freight, but you ain't got the freight money. That's the problem.
No, I can pay whatever you want for it. I'll just ask you, how long do you need me? How long do you want it to go for?
Yeah. Well, I'm a geezer, so it's relatively short term.
Well, like 20 years?
Fuck, 20 years. Yeah, I'd be dead in 20 years.
Come on, man.
More like 5 years. Pay the balance. And interest rate keeps going up, baby.
Man, yeah, I don't think.
You better buy something quick. Went up last week. It's gonna go up again.
I don't think we'll be a good fit, man. Graham, you're trying to make us go broke, man.
Yeah, you can't fool a fooler. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, we do the same thing. So if anything,
I know you do. I know exactly. Yeah, that's why I like talking to you guys.
are you still buying properties?
I got the same game going on.
Are you still buying more properties?
No, I wish I was. I got another one I got to fix though. I got another house in the next town over that's right near the courthouse that I need to turn that into a cash cow. But that's got a lot of more work going on. See, I put some of the money in that too.
What's going on with that one?
That's like a single. I could do a single room occupancy over there, just like I'm doing here. Because there's nothing to rent. I don't know if you know that. There is nothing to rent anywhere.
Yeah, we do a lot of.
I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go.
We do a lot of that too. We'll rent out per room, right? So we'll say, hey, we'll make this a rooming house. The people don't need a dining room. Let's put up a wall in the dining room and make 2 more rooms.
That's right. I know you cut up a house if it's not a decent house. Yeah, I got 7. The one in Atlanta, I got 7 bedrooms, and I can live there, but I need to get a roommate down in the basement apartment so I can get some money out of that thing. But that's not 100% yet. But I could be getting easy $1,600 a month out of that too, with me having access to it.
Damn, son.
You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
it's crazy, man.
Well,
that
we're not
model
gonna
works perfect because there's people that can't go through all the hoops to get into a place. You know, these men. I got a friend that's looking for a place, and he was bugging me because I left town. He said, "Let me move into your place, man." I said, "Nah, you smoke and you got problems, and I'm not into that." And then he had a girlfriend. I didn't want to rent a couple, but I got 6 guys living upstairs. Everybody just paid me rent today through a Cash App, man. I don't have to blink an eye.
What if I could manage that project for you and turn it into a cash cow and you get passive income?
Oh, like a joint venture thing?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to give it up yet.
No.
Because I like Atlanta, I'd have to go to an Airbnb.
So should I just follow up in like a year? Because you're not going to sell me a house today, man.
I don't work that fast anyway. If you don't tell me you're going to give me a price at the end of the conversation, that's some serious shit right there. If you're in, do you know Atlanta at all?
I'm learning more of the market every single day. So we've done a couple flips. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but we're learning more. And like I said, I'm moving to Atlanta.
If you're buying stuff in different places, and you're in Arizona, how do you? If you got representatives in Atlanta, is that how you work?
Yeah, I have a team in Atlanta with boots on the ground.
Yeah, see, I need to get on one of those teams. Because I was in Atlanta 46 years, man. I was back when everything was cheap.
Let's do it. We're looking to add some more people on the team. What are your skills? What do you want to do?
What are my skills? I've been a landlord for freaking 46 years. I've rented this place since I bought it.
I mean, like, what would you want to do though? Like,
I've built new houses and I've renovated houses and I've gone cruise and all kinds of shit.
What would you want to do though? Like, would you want to run a team, or would you want to buy more houses?
I think probably joint ventures. I got 16 acres up in the woods that would be on a cul-de-sac that I've talked to people about, and I see on Airbnb where people are renting out sleeping platforms by the night.
Could we develop on the 16 acres?
Huh?
Could we develop on the 16 acres?
Sure, it's unrestricted.
Man, I'll take a look at that. I have a lot of contacts that are looking for land, and I want to bring them land so I can, be a part of that deal, right? So I know for sure people are asking me every single day, can you get me some acres in Atlanta? So we can join venture on that.
It's 90 miles north of Atlanta.
What's the city?
In a town called Ellijay, Ellijay. You
want to send me the address? I can take a look at it and see if any of my contacts would want to do anything, and we can.
Yeah, the address. I'll have to send you a plat picture. Is this a cell phone I can get you on?
I'll text you. This isn't my cell phone number.
Text me. Yeah, text me a cell phone number. I'll send you a plat.
Can you write it down real quick? My cell phone?
Your phone number?
My cell phone, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
520
Uh huh.
510
Yep.
5240.
Okay. This is it's like 16 acres of a private cul-de-sac on both sides of the road. So you can put up a gate and make your own private Idaho. And then it's got a way back in maybe the 90s. I was thinking about doing tiny houses even before tiny houses were even thought of.
Man, why don't you do it, man?
Putting them on a logging road.
Yeah.
And doing low tech kind of camping zones. I think the only way you could get there would be with a 4-wheel drive up the old logging road, which I had improved at one time, and that's probably all overgrown now. But it's secluded. It's got a little creeks on it and draws. I mean, nothing navigable and nothing that's got any fish in it. But at the bottom part of it, the way where the road sits, it dips down and then it goes back up the hill. So a perfect place for a pond, or a series of ponds actually, on each lot. And it's mountain land, so it's not exactly saying it ain't flat, but it's lots of times land with texture, you can do a lot of cool stuff on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Like I said, I'm no way an expert in land, but I have partners who are. And if it's, I know how to underwrite it, and I know how to see like what the land is worth, and if it's worth something for us to like come in and, not saying it's not worth any, but if it is worth for us to come in and develop, build some houses, some tiny houses, whatever. I definitely have people who would be interested in joint venturing and getting some things done.
There's the house that I got for sale on Morton Drive, 328 Morton Drive, is across the street from it. Somebody bought it almost looks like a mobile home in logs. It's not really a log. It's got cedar shakes on or something. It's pretty unassuming. And they rent it out. They get $136 a night. And I had a conversation with this woman when I was thinking about, instead of driving 90 miles one way up to the property to do some work, I wanted to build a deck and surround the house with a deck. And it would have been driving 180 miles every day would be a pain in the ass. So I was trying to find a place to stay. And so I had a conversation with her through Airbnb, and she was getting, at the time, she was getting 95 a night, and I was trying to get her down. Well, I told her, I said, and she lived, the funny thing was she lived in Mexico, and she had property in Northern California, New England, Florida, and Georgia, and North Georgia. So,
wow.
Talk about being spread out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she'd have to get on a plane to go change the sheets. I mean, that's an extreme. But
how's she sleeping?
I'm sure she'd have somebody flipping stuff for her. But then she'd have to flip it every week. If there's somebody stayed there for a week, they stay for a weekend. She'd have to fuck with it,
Yeah.
And so that gets into the overhead. And I told her, I said, I'm making $45 a night without doing a damn thing. Nothing. Zero. And I don't even have to touch it because this guy does all the work on it if there's anything need to be done. And so anyway, well, I got on that piece, and I looked at the reviews of the property. And despite the fact that the subdivision, and it's a subdivision with a chain link gated fence, it's nothing fancy. It's got dirt roads and they're steep and they're, need repair and stuff. Everybody loved that thing. Everybody loved the area. It was like, I was shocked. But, if somebody's not living there, they don't give a shit. They're getting away for the weekend or the week or whatever they're doing. And it was close to a big lake, the biggest earthen dam on the East Coast. And,
what up,
it's
Taz?
close to a place called Blue Ridge, which is
about to lock
sort of
this
a
dude up.
kinky kind of mountain place with a railroad and antique stores downtown. And yeah, it was it's 9
not
miles.
motivated at
About
first. That's
9
why you
miles
stay on
from
the phone
the
with
proper
people.
town of LJ. But people were loving it.
Probably
I'm
won't do it
thinking,
today.
wow, that's really
We're gonna
weird.
do it.
Kind of was the redheaded stepchild of others' developments. Logging land got sold off in the 80s. That's when they were doing that. And they were developing these subdivisions. And this is one of the last ones to be developed where it was like 100 down, 100 a month. They were doing more financing than they were land selling, you know. I mean, that was their game. That was their game. And so.
And this is in. You said this is near where the land is at, right? In LJ.
Yeah. This is the subdivision where the land's at. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the reviews from everybody staying at the bed and breakfast that's across the street from my house were raving about the place. And then last time I went up there's a guy building a house about 6 lots away.
Yeah, he's chatting.
And then there's
this
another
guy's
guy.
chatting. He's gonna be talking for a little minute. I'm gonna get him off the phone soon.
Above that piece.
Because he ain't ready to move forward today, anyways.
Nondescript house for $250,000 without no grading and no septic and no well. So I mean, I don't know what that's costing. So prices are definitely going up.
Okay. Yeah. Send me the address. I don't think I have the address here.
Well, you got Morton Drive, but you don't have the land. The land, I haven't talked to anybody about the land. But I might consider a joint venture on that, but I'd have to figure out how that's going to work out.
The land is attached to Morton Drive?
It's right around the corner.
Okay. I could probably find it.
It's on a dead end cul-de-sac.
Okay.
But I can text you all that
stuff.
stuff.
Text it to me. I'll go back and
Do you know who Ron LeBrand is?
I know who Ron LeBrand is. Creative finance legend.
He called me.
Really?
He called me. Actually, one of his minions called me from Columbus, Georgia. Mm-hmm. And I guess he had a business relationship with his sister. And he called me, and I was flabbergasted.
Wow.
Actually, I was flattered, actually, that he called me.
That's pretty cool. What did he?
Yeah, I thought it was very cool.
What did he want?
Because at one time I had received some of his free stuff,
Yeah.
Way back when I was green. But yeah.
So that's where you learned all this creative finance stuff.
The what?
I said, so that's where you learned all this creative stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's sort of common sense, really.
Yeah.
Another thing nobody teaches you is when we bought that cabin, I paid off a year and 1 month because nobody teaches you about amortization schedule.
Yeah.
Nobody teaches that. You don't need a 15-year loan. You need a 30-year loan, and you pay 3 payments, a principal and an interest, and two principals, and you're paying it off in 10 years.
Yep.
Nobody teaches
pay interest for the first 15 years of the loan.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well,
yeah.
I have
no
to.
No turnip trucks in my neighborhood.
I got you. So, Graham, I need to buy a house today, or I don't know if I'm gonna have a house to sleep in. So you're not gonna sell me one. I'm gonna look out for your text, and when I get the address of everything, I'm going to run my numbers, see what we can do, and I can give you a call back this weekend after I talk to my partners and see if there's something that we could do with the land.
If you want something cheap, you need to go outside the perimeter of Atlanta, or you need to go to some of the more dangerous neighborhoods that are coming up, like Forest Park, College Park.
Yeah.
Hayville, stuff south of Atlanta, southwest of Atlanta.
I'll take that. I'll take notes of that. But yeah, well, I mean, we don't like I was telling you, right? Like we don't necessarily need to buy cheap. We just need to buy where it makes sense, right? So where the numbers make sense, and we could profit either on the flip, or we can make it make sense long term as a rental using creative. Then it makes sense. But you do the same thing as us. So it really wouldn't make sense for us to buy your house, but this land, we could definitely work something out to where we can structure something that makes sense for the both of us, and we can get you some passive income coming in and figure that out.
There's nothing better than passive income.
Not at all, man, for sure.
Rent and interest are terrific.
Yep, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So Graham, it was nice talking. I'm gonna look out for that text. You have my number, right?
I'll send it to you.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Daryl, thanks a lot.
All right, nice talking to you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Yo, that's why you stay on the phone, right? And just go for the relationship. I always preach that. Go for the relationship because in the beginning of this call, the guy wasn't too motivated. It's like, as I told him, right? Like, you're not gonna sell this house. You're not gonna sell it to me. You're not gonna make a decision today. We're probably not a good fit. And I would just kept asking, right? Like, give me a house to sell. Give me a house to buy. Give me a house to buy. Give me a house to buy. And he's like, yeah, I don't have a house to buy. I'm like, come on, like let me manage that property for you so I can get you some cash flow. He's like, well, I wouldn't do that, but I would do this. Pulls out 16 acres out of his pocket, right? Like if I can find somebody who wants to develop on those 16 acres, then we could play some ball. So we'll look out for that. Got some questions. Says, I was asking if you ever bought a sub-2 deal with no equity. If so, how'd you arrange the terms for the PML for the entry fee? That's a loaded question, bro. I can't really answer that based on a lack of information that I have. There's a lot of different ways you structure terms for private money, or terms for the deal, right? Like it all depends on what your lender's trying to accomplish. It all depends on what makes sense for the deal. Christian says, we're buying something by the end of the week regardless. Facts. So what happened, right? This guy is, he thinks he runs the show, right? And he said that plenty of times. He's like, this is my game. This is my show. You're going to play by my rules. I'm like, cool. If the rules don't work for both of us, it doesn't matter. We're buying the house. We're buying the house this week regardless, right? So I never want to be more interested to buy than they are to sell. I always want to be behind them on that aspect of things. How often do sellers sign with an e-signature? Every time I've ever got a deal done, it's been with the e-signature. I'm sorry, there's been a couple of times where sellers wouldn't. So like we actually just got a contract signed yesterday that was used with the mobile notary because the seller didn't feel comfortable using electronic signature. But for the most part, it's 2023. Most people have an email. Most people know how to do an electronic signature. It's almost the norm now, right? Like I tell people all the time, you're wasting time going to properties to get contracts signed and going to properties for appointments, because by the time you did that one appointment, I probably made 10 calls, had 10 conversations. None of my sellers want to answer the phone. Most sellers don't answer the phone. You just have to keep freaking calling. You got to be relentless, dog. You got to be relentless on the phones. Yo, I'm getting off of Instagram. Join the YouTube. The link's in my bio. I'm getting off the Instagram now. What's up, y'all? Let's get it. All right, so let's keep on. Let's get some more calls in. Let me actually send this link out to the dog pound, to the Discord. Yo, if you're not in the Discord yet, if you're not in the dog pound yet, you're playing games. Below, click the free link. Like there's a free link to the Discord. There's a free Discord where you can join. In the free Discord, you guys can connect with our premium community members, the ones who learn directly from me, the ones who comes to sales training with me every single day. Like I teach them the game and they go back into the free community and they pour into the free community. So that's a great place. Like if you're like, I don't know where to get started, find one of the leaders in the community and connect with them, have them, show you the ropes. So click that link below. We're gonna keep on making calls right now. Let me actually copy my notes here, because remember, if you are using a CRM, if you're following up, talking to sellers, you need to leave notes from your conversation. You need to set up a follow-up call, follow-up task on your conversation, so that way you're not letting any leads slip through the cracks. So I'm gonna say not too motivated to sell the houses, but has 16 acres of land that he would want to JV / novation on. He said he is texting me the address. Once I receive it, I will run numbers and follow up Saturday. So I'm gonna leave my comment and I'm gonna set a task to follow up Saturday at the latest. And again, like, this guy isn't a high priority lead because he's not gonna make a decision right away. If something works, if something ends up working out, then he'll let us know. We'll talk about it. But this isn't somebody that I'm gonna put at like my high priority. Like, I'm not gonna put him in the make offer section. I'm gonna put him in a warm follow up because he's obviously not gonna make a decision right now. All right, so got that set. All right, let's get on to the next one, baby. Has a contract for 100K scorched earth clause inspection. Told him it sounds like he was very ready to move. What's on this? What's this? He has an offer for 130K. Oh, we just locked him up. Nice. So that's funny. So in our system, in our CRM, a lot of the times what we do is if a seller isn't following up or isn't answering for me. So for instance, I had a seller who just wasn't answering the phone for me. So what I did was I assigned him to somebody else. And I said, hey, can you help me get him on the phone? Let's tag team. Let's schedule an appointment for me. And somebody else on our team got them on the phone, and the seller said I had an offer for $130,000, and our team member scorched earth on that offer. He's like, oh, well, I just want to make sure that you're actually dealing with somebody legit. Make sure they have an earnest money at this price. Make sure they have an inspection at this. And he actually asked me a question about the inspection. I didn't realize it until I'm going back and taking a look at these notes. So he actually did. He scorched me a little bit, and he had the seller a little worried because the seller actually said, I want to make sure that you can't sell this to anybody else too. So I'm like, damn. But we're good. We locked him up. He signed yesterday. So we'll push this over to the dispo side of things. That's actually a seller that I talked to on Tuesday, on the Tuesday 7-hour live. Let's keep making calls.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 904614. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 90461.
All right, so I double dialed Frank, no answer. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling good about like just getting back on the phones, man. Like I like I like talking on the phones live. It's actually really fun. Damn, I need to cut. Vibe with Jay. What else is good to try besides pre-foreclosure? I like to call people who need to sell their property one way or another in the next 60 days. That's what I like to work with, right? So whether it is a, pre-foreclosure, whether it's a tax lien, whether it's a, whatever the case is, pre-foreclosures, tax liens, you could do probates, you could do high equity, right? Like tired landlords with high equity. There's a million different things that you should try, that you eventually can get on. But I would stick with pre-foreclosures. Somebody who's gonna lose their house one way or another. Like that's the most motivated person that you could possibly speak to, right? So like, it's the only tough part about calling pre-foreclosures is a lot of times where they just don't answer their phone, right? They put their head in the sand because they have hundreds of people calling them. They don't just owe their mortgage, they owe a bunch of people and they're getting calls from random numbers all day. So if they don't trust you and they don't like you in your first conversation, if you could even get them on the phone, then, it's going to be an issue. Speaking of that, I actually have some pre-foreclosure leads that I needed to call. Jose. 3422. Yeah, door knock. If you could door knock them, then door knock them for sure. Door knock them, get their phone number, and then follow up on the phone. Get them to save your number. Yo, Gage.
Hello.
Yo, I'm live right now, bro. Can you hear me?
Who's this?
This is Daryll.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro? I'm on stream right now. But I had a quick question. Jose, where's that in? Is that in Phoenix or is that in Gilbert?
It was Phoenix.
That's
It was
Phoenix?
West side. Southwest. I don't know the cities yet that well, but it was southwest. It was like as far south as Gilbert, but it was west of Phoenix. What phone
So,
are you calling me from?
this is my trap phone, bro.
Oh, it's a trap phone. Yeah, I have a trap phone saved.
Yeah. What? So you're like closer to Kevin's house, or like Tolleson?
Maybe. I mean, right now I'm in Atlanta, but
You're in Atlanta right now?
yeah, I'm at Keston's Mastermind.
What the hell, dog? Chuck cussing us up. What's up? Man, I love him.
Okay, I will. I
No,
haven't seen him yet.
no, really, tell him that for sure, bro.
He's gonna have a grand entrance. You know how he is.
Okay, so I'll just call him. But I just wanted to know where exactly it was at. I'm about to call him right now, though.
Dude, I was just trying to get on your live, but it says it's not live anymore.
Which one? Oh, I think I put the wrong link on. I think I put the wrong link on my story.
Okay, because I want to watch.
Yeah. Join.
Alright, cool.
Just go on my YouTube. I'm live right now on YouTube.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, see ya.
All right. Peace. I need some deals, baby. I need some deals. Let me call Jose.
Hello?
Hey, Jose, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, this is Daryll. Gage on my team actually knocked on your door yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. Did he tell you I was going to give you a call?
Yeah, he did. It was just that I was at work. I don't know if you texted me or you called me earlier, but I was actually at work and I couldn't get a chance to answer.
Oh, no, it's all good. This is my first time calling you. So
Oh, okay.
perfect timing, I'm guessing. So it's my job to figure out what houses we're buying. So we actually just finished the flip. We're looking to put these funds back into the market and actually buy some more houses. So I don't know what you and Gage spoke about, but could you kind of catch me up to speed on what's going on?
Well, it's because I wasn't here for a while, and I haven't been paying the HOA, and so they sent me a letter that I guess I need to go to court or something, or I need to pay it off. And that's what he had gone yesterday, because I don't know if it's called a tax insurance or something.
A tax lien.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have just put a lien on the property. They're threatening to foreclose on you? The HOA?
What was that?
Is the HOA threatening to foreclose on you?
Yeah, if I don't pay off what I owe.
Okay. Do you want to keep it or do you want to think about ways to sell it?
No, I actually do want to pay it off. I want to pay off what I owe, so I can back on track.
How much do you owe?
I'm not sure, because it has like different prices on the paperwork they sent me. So I haven't even I called and it tells me to dial another number so they could transfer me to so I can see what about the letter they sent me, and it just it says it's not available.
Oh man. So what are they? What's the plan? You have you're in a position to pay that off though, right? To pay what you owe.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like you're working with them to to figure that out, you just have to get somebody on the phone to point you in the right direction. When is the court date?
It says that I need to schedule like a date, so they could send me back information, and that's what I still haven't done yet.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like you just have to work with them. You don't really want to sell it. That's how I could help in this situation, right? Is where we're typically buying houses. So if not, I can just point you in the right direction to getting this resolved. But it sounds like you have that situated already. You just have to go to the court and pay the fee. Could you maybe work with the HOA directly and just pay them off?
Yeah.
Maybe that may be a faster route.
Going to like the HOA office or.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll look into it, but yeah, I really don't want to sell the property.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're here. We're always here to just keep in your back pocket, just in case a situation happens where you're just like, man, I just need to sell it. You're living there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you can keep it, then keep it, right? Just keep us posted with everything. We'll follow up with you just to see how things went. Do you have any other properties that you would sell? Or your land?
No, not right now, man.
No land or nothing?
I don't that one.
You don't know anybody that?
Anyways,
What'd you say?
no, I actually don't. I only own that property.
Okay. You know anybody who would sell anything? We'll pay you.
No, not really.
Pay you a referral if you bring somebody.
Just in case, if I know something, then I'll give him your number.
Okay, sounds good, Jose.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye. So I can't really solve his problem. I can, but he doesn't want to sell it. So he's going to try to pay off his HOA first. So this is something that we'll just follow up with. One day he may want to sell it, right? So it's not somebody that we'll throw away, but one day he may eventually sell this property. After a week of trying to get water shut off lists for my area, I finally got it by calling in a favor. Haven't touched it yet, really. Hillary, what you doing? Call me. Let's talk. We can call that water shut off list. I see here you say you're just a flipper and a landlord. No need for you to start calling the list. Let us call the list and bring the deals to you. Hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is right here. I can respond really fast. But yeah, let's call that list and get you some more deals. So that dude wasn't too motivated yet, right? Time is everything. He may be motivated in a week. Man. All right, let's go through these calls, man. Has a couple offers, I'm not taking them. 280. Let's just call. There's some pain right here. Shawty is motivated.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 65.
Yeah, Laura, it's we'll put in our dialer. We'll let our
Your
code
call has
callers
been
call it.
forwarded to an automatic voice
Anything
message
that's
system.
hot, they pass up to me and I'll close it. We may even close it live. Let's call it 3 times because she keeps hanging up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Leave a message.
65122473226 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Laura, this is Daryll. Just giving you a call. Somebody on my team said you were looking to sell this property at 703 East Broad Street. Give me a call back at 520-510-5240. Again, I'll call about this property on Broad Street. Give me a call back, 520-510-5240. Bye-bye. I did not mean to keep that, give y'all that address, my bad. Let me actually text her. Man, you keep me motivated to make these calls and send these texts. Let's go, baby! That's why we're doing this. Y'all keep me motivated too. That's why I'm doing this, man. Need some deals. Just show everybody this shit it's not hard, right? It's just having conversations. Just talking to people. Have fun with it. Let's keep calling. Let's keep getting through this list. This lady called today, though, and nobody called her today, which means she is, she's hot. She wants to sell. All right, Rolando, can you try to get her back on the phone and live transfer to me? Oh, let me call this lead again. All right, let's get it. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. She's hot. Let's push out that hot, man. Let me make myself responsible for that bad boy. She is hot. Hey, Greg, can you hear me?
Yes, who is this?
Hey, this is Daryll. You had spoke with somebody on my team about selling this property on Apple Street. Maybe that was an accident. I don't know. Maybe he just dropped his phone or something. Maybe he didn't mean to hang up on me.
Please leave your message for 3.
Maybe he did mean to hang up on me. Call him again.
Please leave your message for 3368.
Shit. I don't know if he wants to sell his house or not. It's listed on the market. once I mentioned house, he hung up on me. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna tag the person who assigned it to me, and I'm gonna get them back on the phone and have a conversation. But like, this is why it's important, guys, to actually go through your leads. Like when you have a team, and your team is, you're trusting your team to make these calls and have these conversations. Like I'm going through these, like this lead was assigned July 20th. It was called one time, and then hasn't been called since then. It was called one more time after that, right? And now the property's listed on the market, and when he was ready to sell, ready to work with us, we didn't talk to him because for whatever reason, right? So I did a really bad job. I did a really bad job with just training. Let me not even say training the sales team, but like I'm working on becoming a better sales manager, right? I'm not the best sales manager. I need to actually replace myself as a sales manager and hire a sales manager to do all this stuff, because there's times where I just can't micromanage people, but I'm working on it right now. So we're gonna get after it, man. Regardless, it is what it is. We got to go through the CRM, but I'm gonna assign it back to somebody else so they can get them back on the line and get them back on me. He hung up as I mentioned the house. Can you get him back on? Oh, it's Laura. Hello?
Hey, bro. Shit, I got her online.
Bet, let's get it.
All right, here you go.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, it's Laura.
Yeah.
Hi, Laura. My name is Daryll. I think you're obviously just speaking to Rolando, but I'm the one who decides what houses we'll be buying every single month. And we actually just closed on a couple properties. We're looking to put that money back into the market and buy some more properties up this week. So I wanted to give you a call. I see this property was in our system, and I wanted to give you a call and see what was going on, see how we can help, and see if there's possibly something that we could possibly buy.
Mhm.
Are you looking to sell this? Like, are you looking to make a decision like sometime in the near future?
Very near, as soon as possible.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. What's going on?
Do you know about the house?
No, I don't. I don't know much about it. What's going on?
Okay, well, I've explained this a few times. We bought the house April 2 years ago, and it was listed as a duplex. We bought it as a duplex. We had two tenants, and we got notified last year by the city of Tampa that it was not a duplex, that it's listed as a single occupancy.
Oh, man.
That the person who sold it to us had applied for, we found this out just recently. The person who sold it to us had applied for permits to make it a duplex and had been told no, and he went ahead and did it anyway, without any inspection, et cetera. So we bought it as a duplex, through regular realtors, and found out we have a mess, and we don't have the money to do all the work to take it back, get the permits and take it back to a single. So we've got to sell it.
Oh man, that is terrible. What you guys didn't get an inspection before buying it?
Yeah, there was an inspection, but it was assumed that it was a duplex.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And the people who sold it to us, it was a company, and they had their own realtor, so she just went along with all the.
That's not right at all.
No kidding.
So what's going on with the property now? I see here. It's
not a thing. It's empty. We had two really fabulous renters, and I told them what was happening, and that we were going to be trying to sell, and that I had no idea when it was going to happen, and I released them from the lease, and they were smart. They both started looking, and they both found places and moved out.
Yeah.
So we're sitting on a mortgage and no income.
Oh my goodness. How long have you been sitting on the mortgage for?
3 months, I think. 2-3 months. Yeah, 3 months.
How much are you paying monthly?
$2,500.
Oh man, that's not fun. I have one that's pretty similar, not similar like situation, but similar that I'm just paying the mortgage every month on a house that I do not live in at all, and I know firsthand that it's not fun at all. Like I can think of so much that I could do with $2,500 a month.
Well, no kidding.
Wow. Do you owe pretty close to what it's worth? What happened? Have you tried to sell this so far?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Have you tried to sell this already? Like what's been happening when you try to sell it?
Well, we've had some offers, but they were pretty low.
They're pretty low.
I mean, we look at places a lot. We know what the, this isn't a great neighborhood for prices, but it's not bad, and the prices are certainly a whole lot higher than we're looking at. And what we got offered last time was, even below what we still owe on the mortgage.
Yeah, and I see how that, we've been seeing that a lot lately, like people who bought houses around that. Did you get a really low interest rate, like a 2% interest rate? 2-3%?
Yeah, we did.
So
what was, I think, 3.
Yeah, so a lot of people around that time, they bought at the, the height of the market where the properties were worth the most, and since then the market has either stayed the same or it dropped a little bit. And they have to sell for whatever reason. Like we help people who are in the military, right? And maybe they just bought a house and now they have orders to go move somewhere else across the country, and they just bought a house. So if they sell it, they'll have to pay to sell their house, right? And that's been happening a lot lately. So we're able to come in and do things a little differently, do things a little creatively. So I think we could actually solve your problem, help you guys out. Where you said the offer's been coming in lower than what you even owe. Where have they? What do you guys want for it? What do you guys want to sell it for? How much?
We're hoping for $285.
For $285?
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's a whole lot less than we paid for it, and I know that prices have gone down somewhat, but I've been looking at what it would cost to fix it up. We don't have the money to do that, but what it would cost to fix it up, even put it back as a single and sell it, people can still come out ahead and make money, but we just don't have the money to do it.
Yeah. How much do you think it would cost to do that?
Well, I had a guy come through last year, and he said 30 to 50,000.
30 to 50,000.
That's what he does. He puts either switches them to duplexes or back from duplexes, and that was his guess.
Okay. So, if somebody could come up and pay the $285,000. Then I don't know I have to go to my underwriter and they'll confirm like how much we could actually pay for it. But if somebody could come in and pay the $285,000, what's the next step? Or would you be ready to move forward?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay. Is there anybody else that's going to be like a partner, spouse?
No,
that's going to help you?
my partner and I own the house, but we're on the same page.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me actually go. I'm gonna go to my underwriter. They're in the next room over, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them the information that we have spoke about, and I'm gonna see what's the most we can actually pay for the property.
That's what being on the phone, you know.
Is the property's in the pictures online? Is that what it looks like right now? It's like it's in really good condition. Laura, can you hear me?
I don't know. Still there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Damn.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Answer the phone.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Bruh, what's going on? So my offer calculator put this MAO at 300,000, and she's asking for 285. So this could be a potentially really good deal. The only thing is they have a lot of that may be a lot of work to convert this back to a single family home. Let me try to call her one more time. Let me actually call myself first. I'm curious as to why nobody has bought this yet, though. So like that's why I'm curious. I would want to get it under contract, go see it, get some feedback from the market, and then get back to it. Why is she not answering my call? She couldn't hear me, and now she can't answer my call. She's not answering my call. I know we can move this thing pretty easily.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Why is she not answering the freaking call? 651-224-7326.
Your call has been forwarded.
Son, what are you doing? Oh shit, that's what's happening. What the fuck?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 6512.
Son, what is going on? Nah, Rolando's about to get her back on the phone for me. Okay, bet.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
There we go. Hey, Laura.
Hey, no, it's me, bro.
Oh, shoot. All right, bet. You got her? Nice.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool. Let's get it. Hey, Laura, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
No, it got quiet for a while. I just thought you were doing something, and then my phone just shut off.
No, so I actually did get a chance to go back to him, but he sent me back with some questions. I don't know how I missed these questions, but we're the major, when you bought the property, did you have to do any like work to it, like the roof, the HVAC system, the
No, it was all done. The only thing, actually, there was a storm like right after we got it, and the tree in the backyard, which turned out to be completely dead, a branch fell and whacked the roof, and it leaked into the back bedroom, and so we had to have the entire bedroom redone, the walls, the floor, everything.
Oh wow.
But that was it's like really a month later.
Wow.
But you know, the house looks good. It was remodeled, just not legally. It doesn't. I don't care. Yeah, the tree in the backyard was huge, and we ended up having to take that down this summer for over $2,000. And this guy who ripped us off, we didn't know how badly. He had a trailer in the backyard, and he had been renting it out, but then he used it for all the junk, for all the stuff that he tore out of the house. And we ended up having to spend money to get rid of that too. But yeah, so we cleaned up the backyard in a big way. The other thing is, I think I had mentioned this before to, who was it I was talking to? Anyway,
Rolando.
Yeah, if you look at the map, the city map, and you look at that street, you can see it's like a square street instead of rectangular. And behind this house is a little square piece of land, and that belongs to this house.
Also, it comes with land too.
Yeah, it's not huge, but it is an extra piece of land.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Let me put you on a quick hold. If he does say yes to the 285, what's a good email for me to send everything over to you?
Okay, Laura, Laura.
Hold on, give me 1 second, Laura. 1 second. Sorry.
Your call has been forwarded to an...
Man, this is messing up my flow, bro. It's a matter of tearing down walls as far as reno.
Hello?
Hey, Laura. Sorry about that. I just called you off my cell because I'm not sure what's going on with this office phone.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I didn't, I saw this number before and I didn't answer it because I was waiting for an 850 number.
Yeah, I figured that. So I live in Phoenix, so that's where the 520 comes from.
Okay.
So I was saying though, you said you were saying you had a partner on this deal. How the electronic signatures work is we'll need 2 emails.
Actually, can you send? Mary only has a cell phone.
It's like
Really, you can sign on that? Well, let me give you Mary's. I don't know how she does anything on that phone, but she says she can.
okay, as long as you can get access to an email address, then you can do it on there.
Okay, so.
If it does get approved, I will come back and let you know, and I'll send the paperwork over. And we can go through it together. It's a quick 3-page agreement. Just says that we'll be purchasing the house. You actually have the authorization to sell the house. We'll open up escrow. You just recently bought the house, so you probably understand how the title and escrow process works. So we'll go through title and escrow. We'll do our inspection period. We'll walk the property. Obviously, we know that you disclosed to us that it's not a legal duplex, so we understand that. We just we have to send our contractors in to be able to, tell us what exactly we have to do and what it's going to cost, right? So we'll need to walk the property during our inspection period. And real quick, I don't know what they're going to say, but if the offer comes in at like 175, 180, what would you say to that?
Well, let's talk about it if it does.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Let me put you on a quick.
Did you say 175?
Yeah, or 275. I'm sorry, 275.
Oh, okay.
My bad. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get that approved, and then I'll come right back.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't. Can't see what lower than. Then I'll talk to, if this happens, then I'll talk to the bank and set a time, because today I got the payoff amount.
Yeah. Did you see the book that was left up here? I mean, it might be that, but I just don't know if it's a scam.
Hey, sweetie.
It's left up right. Sorry, yeah, stuff.
Okay, you can come here too.
I'm just checking my comps right now, and I put it in the calculator. I put it in the offer calculator. The number works. The 285 works, but like I'm seeing numbers here like 250. Ours is pretty renovated though. They just bought it for 318. My offer calculator has it at 300. This is tough. This is tough indeed. this one just sold for 400 though. It sold for 500,000. I wonder why. I think what I'm gonna do is get them under contract, just because the alpha calculator says that that's where we need to be at, and if the numbers work, then they work. If they don't, then we'll renegotiate for terms. Chris, my guy, what's going on, brother? So actually what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna get the contract ready, and I'm gonna send them the contract. New document, templates, cash. Laura, Mary, Hey Laura, you there?
Yeah.
So I have some good news and I have some bad news. Good news is the team, they like the property. They want to move forward, but we're close to the 185 that you were asking, but we're 285. I'm sorry, 285. I'm sorry. I don't know why the one keeps popping up in my head. Close to the 285, but we're not quite there. But the offer came back higher than I was expecting. I told him, the whole situation. I told him that you didn't know it was a single family, and you kind of bought it, without knowing, and just like what you're going through now. And he told me that we can pay $277,356.
Okay. In what you're writing down, I want to tell you about my interaction with the city. One guy has been great. The inspector has been great, and he said there's a court hearing on September 20th. Mm-hmm. And he knows that I'm trying to sell it. So, and I told him, that we're trying to sell it with whoever's buying it, knowing, the truth, just for a change.
Right.
But there were some other people within the city about, not with the inspector, and he couldn't tell who it was. I've called back all the people I had talked to over the last year, and nobody bothered calling me back.
You serious?
And I know that, groups such as yours know how to talk to the city about what's needed, how to do permits and all that.
Right.
And that you would be able to find it really quickly because nobody's calling me back.
That is insane.
So I just want it down that we've spoken about the problems, we've spoken about the city intervention, and that, that you're going to take care of the city part.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And all that.
I
just want that to be clear because we've been so ripped off and we've lost like over $60,000.
Wow.
The damage deposit. The down payment and all the work we put into the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can recoup some of these funds back, and you don't have to count it as a total loss with this 277.
Is that? We're going to try suing, but, he hasn't responded at all to, supposedly a reputable person, but clearly he ripped us off.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Was this your first, time investing, or?
Yeah.
Man.
Great start.
Well,
You know, the guy who the builder contractor kept repeating, "This doesn't happen all the time. This really isn't
yeah.
common. You don't need to." I'm like, "Well, that's great, but this is us, and this is what we've got."
Well, what I was gonna say was, you know, you can only go up from here, right? Like, this.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh, we need to make the payments and get out of it.
Are you still on time with the payments right now?
This month, we were late for the last 2 months, but we got them paid. This month, I got the automatic withdrawal taken off, and I'm hoping that we get this settled and that I can call them on Monday and say, here's an approximate date and we'll pay you off.
Okay.
They've been really good to work with. PNC, I've never heard of them before, but apparently they're big, but they've been really...
Yeah, we've used PNC. We use PNC. I like PNC.
Well, that's good to hear.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on the price that my underwriter gave?
Obviously, we like it more, but we'll settle for that. We need to. I mean, we're losing a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would love to, to help you not lose any money and put some money into your pocket. And when everything is just based on us seeing the property. If everything is like we expect and like we see online, we should be able to close before the month is over. Honestly, what you'll see on the agreement is we'll put 30-day close after our 10-day inspection period is over. So our inspection period begins as soon as we get access to it, and then once we'll be ready to close once title's ready. So as soon as they're ready, then we're good to go. But we put sometimes like we have a deal that we actually just closed, a house that we actually just closed on this week, that it took 2.5 months for us to close. And I'm not saying this is going to be your case, but like I've rarely done a real estate deal where something didn't go wrong. Not even just going wrong, but just like just issues at title, right? Like that may happen, it may not happen. So what we like to do is we just like to prepare for it to happen. So that's why we have the length in our closing date. So 10 days after our 30 days after our 10-day inspection period ends.
Okay.
Are you in front of your computer right now?
Yeah, I am. Hang on, let me wake it up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm finishing typing this agreement right now, and I will send it straight over to your email. I'm just making sure that I have the names correct on title and deed. So I'm just looking at public records. Do you guys? I see you have a Minnesota number. Do you live in Minnesota?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What part?
Just north of St. Paul.
Oh, nice. We actually just did a deal in St. Paul. You don't want to invest in Minnesota?
We have a nice house here, and we plan on living here all summer and going to Florida in the winter.
Oh, okay. So are you looking for more in Florida? That you could potentially like start over on once you get this off your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And we're paying all the closing costs as well, so you don't have to worry about paying closing costs. So that $277 minus what you owe to the bank will go straight to your pocket as well. All right, and I just need to add another seller signature right here for Mary. Have you used this electronic signature before?
We have, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, I just sent it over to your email. Do you see it? Sometimes it takes
Yeah.
a little bit of time. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me fix this quick. It did not go through yet. All right, I just sent it over.
Not yet.
I still don't see it. Try to refresh, maybe.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, sometimes this thing just acts slow.
I'll also check back. There it is. Got it.
Got it. Perfect. So it's a standard real estate agreement, purchase agreement. I can give you time to go through it on your own, and I'll just be here on the phone to answer any questions that you may have. Or I could just point out like the really important things that most people ask us, and you can read it on your own. It's up to you. How would you want to?
Okay, the important thing obviously for both of us is that we want to make sure that it's written that you know about the issue with the city and that it needs to be fixed.
Okay.
It needs to be taken back to a single residence.
So let me actually void the one I just sent and send you a new one and add that in there.
Okay.
Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll let you read through that one right now, and I'll just add it onto the new one. Just don't sign this one. But as you're reading through it, I'll be fixing the new one, and I'll add that verbiage in there.
Okay, it's oh, okay, it just switched.
You said it just switched?
No, it wouldn't let me
Okay.
it wouldn't let me okay. Obviously, there's no HOA.
Right.
Yeah, so you've got what is it? Additional terms, property being sold as is. I really want to make sure that it's being stated that we have said what's happening with the house and why we're selling it.
Yep. So right now I'm typing in here saying buyer is aware that property is legally zoned as a single family home, and to keep this as a duplex, buyer would need to cooperate with the city and cooperate with the city to get it approved.
Right.
And it is vacant, correct? He said it is vacant.
Yeah.
So Maj, you said did I draw up that purchase and sale that quick? Yeah, we have templates. We already have templates set up to where I just need to jump in and change the name, change the address, change the email that we're sending it to, and that way we can get it done like that, right? Because time is everything. I want them to sign while we're on the phone. So this is one my MAO came in at 300,000 and she asked for 285. So I got her locked up at 277, which she's about to sign right now. It's a little weird though. We'll see during our inspection. I'm not like the most confident. It's like, yeah, my calculator's saying this, but this is one that we may need to do like some additional legwork on, and just because the situation's so weird. So we may have to.
Seller agrees that buyer may record a memorandum of this contract or any legal or local regional equivalent document. I'm not following that.
Yeah, so what happens is when we agree to move forward, right? This is a legally binding agreement. That's why I just wanted to make sure that, you know, you guys everybody's on the same page about you selling it and us buying it. There's been times, and I'm not saying that you'll do this, but there's been times in the past where we get a house under contract and we get prepared to buy it. So we start our process. We start paying our lenders. We start paying our boots on the ground to start the process. We get our contractors off of jobs to come see the properties and stuff like that. And a seller feels like what we agreed to doesn't really matter, right? So sometimes they may try to back out for whatever reason or try to sell to somebody else. So us filing the memorandum just pretty much tells the county that we have interest in the property and we're looking to buy it. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, did you send another one?
I was just waiting to see if you had anything else that you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think so. As long as you've got that.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna send the other one right now. I just labeled this one updated.
Okay, good.
And I just sent it, so you should have it shortly.
Got it. And this also got sent to Mary?
Correct. Yeah, so Mary has it too. Once we receive everybody's autographs, we'll open up escrow. Escrow's what'd you say?
Nothing's I mean, I just clicked on my name and nothing happened. Well, let's do this. I agree, and I clicked on that, and it's still, what's underneath is still shadowed.
Man. Okay, I think I need to fix it.
Because the last one did that, but then it switched and then it opened up. So this one's not.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to avoid all the other ones. I'm going to avoid the two, and I'm going to send it one more time. Sorry about this. All right, so let me avoid these two so there's no mix-ups. When are y'all going back to Florida? You said the winter time?
Well, we hope to. We don't have a place right now.
Were you planning on staying here at this place?
No. I mean, you know, we had plans, all sorts of plans, and they sort of fell apart when we started putting all our money into paying a mortgage on a house we're not getting any money for.
Yeah. No, I get it. I definitely get it. Okay. All right, I'm just adding this additional one more time, and I'm gonna send it right over. Okay. It should work this time. I just sent it now.
Yeah, I just refreshed. Hang on. This came. Same thing. It's not. Do I need to click on my name or click on the little pen symbol? But it's not. It's not.
What is it saying? You click let's do this?
That was there right from the start before I did anything. So I clicked on I agree to use electronic records and let's do this. And I tried clicking on my name and that little pen and nothing happened.
Okay, let me see something. Let me jump in to see if it works for me to sign. And it's not doing anything when you click on it?
No. Oh, now it did.
Okay, perfect.
Fourth click.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with these things.
Buyers aware the property is legally zoned as a single family home. In order to change it to a duplex, buyer must. The city had turned down the guy who sold it to us,
right,
turning it into a duplex, so it's unlikely to happen.
All good. Yeah, we'll most likely just convert it back to a single family, anyways.
Okay, I just want to be real clear.
No, yeah, you're extremely clear. We get it. I told my underwriter, and he's aware. He's aware of it, and that's why he had to come down a little bit on price. But he's very aware, and it being that the property sold as is, that protects you, being that you already disclosed everything, and we're aware as well.
No, I know. It's just we have we've been burned. And
no, I get it.
I just want to be real clear that we've been honest about this house and what it needs.
I get it 1,000%.
Okay, create signatures. Draw. Oh, okay. That's bad. Okay.
So I think the way that it's sent to, I think Mary will Mary will receive it after I sign it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think. I'm on the last one. My name is Brian Itz. What's that?
That's if you have an LLC. So you don't have to put that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put your name, and then since it's not in the LLC, you can just put your name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like for me, you'll see like I'll sign my name, and then by will be my name printed, and then it's would be member because I don't own the LLC. I'm just a member of it.
Okay, I think I've got it all.
Awesome.
Would it automatically come back to you if I did? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
let me see. You may have to click finalize. Can you click? I see your signature. You're here, but once you click finalize, it'll actually send it to me.
That's so amazing, all this stuff.
Isn't it? It's insane.
Okay.
And perfect. I got it here, Laura. You just took the first steps to selling your house. How do you feel?
Hopeful.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, because I just after hearing what you've been through, I feel terrible. Especially it's your first experience as an investor. I want to help you, not only just like mitigate your losses, but I want to help you just figure out what the best, show you that this isn't just scary, like investing it could be very profitable, and
Yeah.
I can show you.
No, I know. Like I said, the guy had come in and look at the house, said he felt really bad and really angry about what happened because he said, contractors are a good bunch and this rarely happens. I thought, well, it happened to me.
I feel terrible too. It almost gives our niche a bad name, because that's people will try to take advantage of you, if they. Well, it's sad, but if it means them getting out of what their stress is, like they will try to take advantage of you. It's sad.
Well, and this is a guy who's known and has made money, and so he wasn't hurting. He made a choice to go ahead and do the duplex, even though he didn't have the permits or the inspections.
Right.
He knew what he was doing, and he did it anyway.
Yeah, and it's terrible. So we want to help you out of this. We will definitely help you out of this situation. I'll go ahead and I'll sign it on my side as well, and then Mary will get it, so she'll be able to sign her side. Once we get all three, then I'll be able to open up escrow since they're closed right now since it's after 5. But they'll open up escrow starting on Monday. And then we just have to get access to it. How do we get access? How do we see the property?
Okay, you're gonna love this. As far as I know, the key is underneath a bucket of paint underneath the back porch.
Okay.
There's been this guy who's been a doll. He mowed the lawn while it was needing mowing, and
that's awesome.
Stops by periodically to make sure everything is okay.
So I don't like the sound of that. Can we put a lockbox on there for you?
Happily.
All right.
Wait, you don't like the key under the can of paint?
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I would be happy to do that. I was going to actually ask about that.
Yeah, we'll put a lockbox on it, and I'll text you the code. So you have access to it as well, so you can tell your guy.
It's under so it's the back porch. So you go around the back on the right side of the house. You go around the back, and it's under the back porch.
Okay, perfect.
It really is. Hopefully, better be.
Yeah, I hope so. So we'll send somebody over there this weekend. We'll get a lockbox put on it, and and I'll text you the code, and we'll
Okay,
go.
cool.
Yeah, we'll open up escrow Monday and get this process started.
Great. Thank you.
No, of course. So you have my personal number, Laura. You can text me. I would go with save this one and reach out to this one first. Don't call the
520.
yeah, call the 520 one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can save that one, and we'll definitely stay connected. Somebody else on my team may reach out to you next week, and they will walk you through the process and hold your hand through the process. But you can always reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call whenever.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
All right, bye. Let's go. Locked up. Man, this is crazy. It was just sitting in our CRM, and this thing is hot. This thing is motivated. She needed to make a decision right now. And that's what I talk about, right? Talking to sellers who need to make a decision today. She needed to sell, right? She's going through a lot, and she needs to sell this property. So as you guys see, it's not about the house. It's not about the numbers. It's about solving somebody else's problem. We're gonna end the stream right here, but it's about solving somebody else's problem and helping them, right? Like, this person bought this house bad from an investor who just tried to get out of a deal that they bought bad, and it's crazy because people are just crazy. People will do you crazy if you don't get inspections, right? That's why every house that we buy, we get an inspection before we close on it. I'll pay the $500, $400, however much it costs to get an inspection. Now, this one though, because they made this a duplex, so single family homes are selling for $400,000. Now, duplexes are selling for a little cheaper, which is weird. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push it out to the market, see what the buyers are saying that are there. Maybe somebody would buy it as it is at that price and convert it. Maybe they know the market better than us. But what we're going to do is we're going to test it out. And if it doesn't work during our inspection period, I'm going to go back to her and I'm going to see if we can buy this on terms. Because this would be a perfect sub-2 deal, right? I just didn't want to go that route because I don't know if you guys seen, but when she first told me her price, I was shocked. I was like, hold on, 285? Because my calculator came up at 300. So I'm like, oh, snap. Like, I was mentally prepared to go terms this whole call because I knew that our buyer on the back end, they may have some issues converting this back to a single family, and they need some money. They need some money knocked off, right? So I was gonna have to go either really low or on terms. So I was expecting her to be asking like $350, right? Because I figured she just bought the house recently, so I figured she had no room. She said $285, and I'm like, oh, now we're gonna play ball, right? And Tranquility Property Solutions says you can hear her release. For sure, you can hear her in her voice. Like, from the time that she answered the phone to the time that we closed, like, she was in a way better mood. So yeah, like, we want to find the problem and solve the problem. Hey, Rolando. Yo, Rolando, you there?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
You ready to get paid, dog?
You locked it up or what?
Come on, bro. You know I locked it up, dog.
Let's go.
You know I locked it up, man.
I was watching you for a little bit on your live, but then I had to log out.
Yeah, I locked her up at 277. So she was asking for 285, and our MAO calculator came in at 300,000 MAO. So
Dang, you still got her under?
Yeah, I got her under because so it's a great point, right? Let's talk about why I got her under. I think this would help a lot of people because I'm still live, by the way. But do you know why I still went lower and didn't just take her 285? Do you have any guesses?
Maybe because of the switch of the property needs.
No, that had nothing to do with the price, had nothing to do with the condition, none of that, right? It has everything to do with what's called seller's remorse, right? So if she says 285 and I just jump on it and I'm like, all right, cool, let's get you to 285. She's going to now be like, oh, did I leave money on the table, right? Could I maybe have gotten more for this property, right? And we don't want her to feel that way. So whenever a seller gives you a price and it's under what you can pay, you still want to make it feel like you have to pull teeth to get it approved, right? Because otherwise they're gonna get seller's remorse. They're gonna feel like they left money on the table. They're gonna feel like they could have got something else, and they're gonna hesitate to actually sign, right? So even if your MAO is lower than what they're asking for, is over what they're asking for, still negotiate, still get them down lower, so you can ensure that they'll definitely sign. They have to feel like they work for it.
Yeah, that makes lots of sense because at the end they could, if you just come in and you give them the price they're looking to get, they could back out instantly or just get cold feet.
Exactly.
Not even answer.
Exactly. Like even like when we are talking to sellers, and say you make an offer, say you offer somebody $300,000 for the property, and they just say yes right away, you definitely left money on the table. Right, like you left money on the table, and they know it, right? And you're gonna feel like, damn, like I could have got him lower, right? They're just like yes right away. So like you actually want to make an offer to where people say no, like you want them to say no. But good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Lock that one up. Keep them coming, bro. Keep them coming. That one's hot. I'm gonna keep on tagging you guys in leads that aren't answering for me, and we're going to just keep on getting deals, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, I'll be back in here, y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. Well, that wraps it up for today. I appreciate everybody jumping on. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm going to keep on doing this. It's fun streaming live, making these seller calls, giving value at the same time. Let's keep it going. If you guys want more of this, you guys want actual training from this, like join the Discord. There's a free Discord. If you're in the free Discord, connect with our leaders in the free Discord. They learn everything from me directly. They get my scripts, they get our contracts, they get everything. And if you want guidance from them directly, like reach out to them in the free Discord. If you guys want to join the paid Discord, we role play every single day. We do sales training every single day, first thing in the morning. And it's for a low monthly of $55 a month. Join the Discord. I will see you guys in there. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Either way, and we're going to keep making some calls and keep dialing in and locking some deals up, baby.